All right, hi guys, welcome back to our weekly trading forecast for the week of 6th of July to the 10th of July. I will kick off with the dollar index. All right, this is the dollar index in the daily chart. So what happened last week is that we saw that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we saw that the price actually went up first and got resisted at the top at this resistance level somewhere at 97.65, and there's a rejection. Price came all the way down, and then it found support at this rising trend as you can see. So this is actually forming a ascending triangle. So right now we are seeing that the dollar index is being supported at the bottom of an ascending triangle. Last Friday, there's very little volatility. So because the US market is not open, there's a holiday. So even though the price did not continue to rebound and climb higher, it makes sense because volatility is low. So in this week itself, we want to see whether will the price breaks lower, break out of this ascending triangle, or will the price actually keep on finding support at the bottom and start to climb further towards the top of this ascending triangle, and possibly it might even climb higher, and this ascending triangle may translate into a rising channel and becoming the completion of a pullback structure for the previous downtrend right here. Okay, so we just got to watch first. Let's go to a smaller time frame. So we can see that in the 1 hourly charts, okay, the price came down from the top. There's this falling trend line. In fact, you can even see as a channel. All right, it's a falling channel, a pullback channel. Price has already broke out a bit. So if let's say this coming week the price came down a little bit more and found supports in this region, as you can see, this is a demand zone. Then we might want to long or buy the dollar in the short term, all right, as an intraday trade. But of course, like I say, if the price ended up breaking below, all right, ended up breaking below of this ascending triangle, then we want to wait for pullback and then sell again, and this might pronounce the end of the entire ranging market and start forming a new downward trend in a bigger time frame. Just want to remind everyone of you that in the monthly charts or even the weekly charts, okay, the price has already broke below the rising channel. And when it pulls back, it didn't go all the way up. It got resisted at the bottom again and started to came down. So I still believe that the dollar in a bigger time frame, it should continue to fall further, and especially on the fundamental level. We do know that the Federal Reserve, will continue to hold interest rate unchanged at a very low level throughout 2022. Okay, unless after that there's some other changes during the FOMC conference or in their statement. All right, so that is for the dollar index, and quickly we'll talk about the euro dollar. So the euro dollar, since we're already looking at the weekly charts, so we do know that similarly to the dollar index, right, it has already broke out of this falling channel by a lot. So this is already a confirmation of a break. There's a good prospects for the euro dollar to continue to climb further. Very huge space at the top, okay, for us to profit from this entire potential rising trend. All right, and especially if let's say the pandemic starts to die down, the economy start to recover, and the market feels more risk on, then I do believe currencies such as Euro, Pound, Australia, or even Kiwi, currencies like this during risk on markets will tend to climb even further. So in that particular view, I think that euro dollar will continue to climb technically and fundamentally speaking. All right, so let's go to the day charts. So last week, what we saw is that nothing really changes. Okay, price came up, went down. It's just ranging. There's and actually right here there's an attempt to break out of this structure as this ranging structure, but it failed. It got pulled back again, and right now it just keep being supported at the bottom of this range. So let's take a look at the 4-hourly charts. In the 4-hourly charts, it seems that the price is still being supported, okay, within the structure, or if you want, you can call it a symmetrical triangle. That's what it looks like. So I think in this week, if say that the price can continue to hold at within this structure itself, we can probably attempt to buy again, okay, and we want to watch out as it reaches the top. But since this structure is already coming to an end, definitely we are expecting some form of a breakout very soon. It could be this week or it could be the next week. So that's one thing. And if let's say it's very uncertain right now to you, in fact it's also very uncertain to me, then we will just have to wait for a breakout. Okay, either a break below or a break above the structure, and we can just wait for pullback, to enter again. But for me, I would definitely want to buy the euro dollar more than selling the euro dollar at this point of time. So if let's say it breaks below, I will want to look for a better price at the bottom, okay, to look for buying opportunity. But let's say if it breaks higher, then great, because all I need to do is wait for the pullback, and I can go ahead and buy the euro dollar. So that is for the euro dollar. And after that, I want to pass my time over to JJ, right, to share his view for this week.
First for me this week would be dollar CAD. See, in a daily time frame, we can see that at the start of this week, dollar CAD, you can see that there was 2 waves of retracement back into this zone, and it started to fall, and we can see that it has now broken this rising trend line. So on the 4-hourly time frame, we can see that it's a clear break here. So this week, I would look for an opportunity to continue to sell the dollar CAD. But we will have to wait for a retracement, preferably back to, sorry. So at the start of the week, if price continues to fall, we can wait for a retracement back into this zone to sell the dollar CAD again, and the next level of support will be seen at this zone right here, which was the previous low. Next would be pound dollar. So pound dollar, as we can see, is a very clear break of a falling trend line. And after it broke this falling trend line, it already made 1 wave of retracement. So if this week should price retrace another wave back into this area, I think that this will be a very good area to buy the pound dollar again, back into this zone of interest. As we can see, price was resisted here multiple times. So yeah, this will be my 2 analysis for this week.
All right, thanks for sharing. For the dollar CAD, just want to add on. Actually, we can take a look at the U.S. oil market as well. I think we might have talked about it before in the for the U.S. oil markets. If let's say we go to the monthly charts, we can see that historically speaking, the price of 40, all right, is a very important level when the oil prices is being kept low. So with this pandemic, we do expect that it's going to be kept. The recovery will not be that simple. But as of what we see right now, even as COVID cases has been rising in the US, but economy is still recovering. The US is not going to shut down their economy ever again. It seems that way. So and right now, the US oil, the price has already reached 40. There's very little sign that shows the price may came down again. So it seems that the oil market might continue to climb, demand will continue to rise, and that will definitely help to boost the Canadian dollar, which is an oil currency. So dollar CAD, which I think JJ is sharing, he's looking to sell, that will probably be a factor to boost that probability. And for the pound, if you don't mind, just go back to pound. Yes, in the 4-week charts, price might pull back a little bit further than what JJ shared right here. It may form a inverse head and shoulder. Just saying, yeah, I mean that is a possibility. So that's something you want to watch out for, but it may not pull back that much. I do not know. It depends. So, but whatever the case is, definitely we want to wait for another wave of retracement before we look for opportunity to buy the pound dollar again. All right. So that is my my view on these two pair that JJ has shared. All right. So with that, I will come back over to my screen to finish up on two more. Right. In fact, I think I want to talk about the Aussie dollar. Why? Because this coming week, let's quickly take a look at the economic calendar. On the tradeeconomics.com, we can see that on Tuesday, 12:30 p.m., there's the Reserve Bank of Australia interest rate decision. So it's going to be a very important news. And if you look at the calendar on forex factory, of course, there's the rate statement as well. So the markets will be looking for clues in terms of what the Reserve Bank of Australia is going to do, and that will definitely affect the Aussie. So coming back to the charts, let's take a look at Aussie dollar. All right, so Aussie dollar, we can see that, okay, so there was a symmetrical triangle previously, and right now we are actually seeing that the price is breaking upwards. So that is a sign that's telling us that the Aussie dollar may continue to climb from here. And in fact, if we were to try to, draw a trend line connecting these few lows, we saw that the price is being supported by this rising trend line, and now it's rebounding off. So I think that is a sign for us to look for buying opportunity for the Aussie US dollar. And as I said, one thing we want to really take note of, right, is this VIX, the VIX, the index that shows us whether the market is more risk on or risk off. And clearly, it seems that even as the COVID cases in US has been rising, breaking all-time high again and again for consecutively 2 weeks, the VIX is still coming down. And that also tells us that the stock market is still climbing higher. And in fact, I think last week, or rather in this week, the Nasdaq has broke new high again. So it's really weird in a sense. But with all these all these things that's happening, it does seem that the market is still feeling more of a risk on, having a better prospect of the future of the recovery of the economy. So that definitely will help to boost currencies such as the Aussie and even currencies such as Euro and Pound as well. During a risk on market, these are the currencies that will climb because they are not the safe haven currency. They are not like US dollar or the Japanese yen. So with that, I think this week we can look for opportunity to buy the Aussie dollar again. As we can see right now in the 1 hourly charts, there isn't a lot of things for us to see, but the only thing I can see right here is that price is being supported by these two moving averages, 22 and the 50 the 20 and the 55 moving averages, which I've been using, using it as a support zone. So it does seem that if the market opens and if price were to start climbing again, it might be a good timing to just enter right away. You can actually do it as a swing trading. So probably stop loss has to be set, just below the rising trend line right here. so you don't get stop out if it pulls back. And usually when Aussie starts to climb, the trend is actually very straightforward. You can see there's very little pullbacks or spikes that may hit stop loss that's too tight. So I think this could be a good pair to focus on in this coming week as well. All right, I'm going to quickly go through the gold and the Dow Jones data, right? Because I think I'm a bit the time's a bit overrun. Right, so for the gold, right, we are still seeing that in the day chart, the price is still climbing within the rising channel, and according to the volume of a bullish trend, okay, during this period of time, all right. If we use this volume as a measurement for this current uptrend, this bullish trend right here, definitely there are still more space at the top for us to profit from. And since we are still seeing that the gold price is still being supported, right? Although there's a very strong pullback right here, but it still got supported and rebounded off very strongly. So that's definitely a sign to me that, you know, going forward, the gold will still continue to climb. So in the smaller time frame or in this week itself, we want to look for opportunity to buy the gold. So probably we want to buy somewhere, you know, at the bottom um, of this small ranging structure. You know, like just like what we can see previously, small ranging structure, slight pullback, and then the price just keeps on rebound and climbs higher. This is the structure that's happening right now. So I think we can try doing that as well. As most importantly, reward risk ratio is good, and back to the day chart, we can see the structure, the bullish structure is still pretty much intact, supported pretty well at the bottom. So we definitely can try to buy the gold. And of course, we are looking to take profit as it goes up and reach the top of the rising channel. And that should be somewhere at 1,800 and beyond. I think 1,802 is pretty good already in this case. So that's for the gold. And last but not least will be the Dow Jones. All right, so Dow Jones, so what I left right here, multiple rejections at the 200 MA still being rejected. Can the price break out of the channel? There's a fake break, it didn't break. So it still got supported. Just like other stock markets, quick look at on this website, FinViz, and of course the overview of the entire stock market. We are still seeing that the stock market is still recovering very strongly. The US market, Dow Jones, S&P 500, and like I shared just now, the Nasdaq has broke new high again. Other than that, Germany, Euro, they are also being supported, still climbing upwards, and VIX coming down. So it still seems that the sign is still showing us that, you know, the stock market is still doing well. And so if we are to look at the Dow Jones right here, I think if you want to be safe, you can wait and see if the price can break above the 200 moving average or the entire ranging structure, as you can see right here, or will it actually really break below the bottom of this rising channel. Okay, so that is for the Dow Jones. If you're feeling uncertain right now, you know, whether to buy or sell at this point of time, might as well just wait for a breakout of either side. Then that will give us a better idea. All right, so that is for the Dow Jones. And with that, I have come to the end of this week's weekly trading forecast. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again next week. Thank you.